So today, in honor of Lilo and Stitch coming out, you came as the ice cream guy from Lilo and Stitch.
Wow.
I see you. You look good, brother.
Was not.
How you doing? He got a little Ruben Studdard to the sweater. I like the sweater.
I don't even know how Ruben sings.
I was going to say, not that. You missed.
All I remember is Sorry for 2004.
This is my sorry for 2004. And I don't want to mess up no more.
Oh, Lord.
This year. That was a wild song, bro. I remember that song because I was like, he said, just know, 05, I'm messing up again.
That's basically.
But 2004?
That's basically what he did.
That's hilarious.
Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. As always, man, we got the squad in the building. Yeah. As always, man, the pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid in the building. A little chilly, got a little ice in your veins.
It's a little chilly. I ain't got no ice in my veins. It's cold out here.
It's cold. You got a coat.
It's cold out here.
You got a coat.
Yeah, it's cold out here, dog. Yeah, nah. This guy over here is just like, no, it's guns out. Like
the man in warmth, Mr. Medium self, Jordan JC. He had a steak to keep him warm out here. You got a little seal action going on.
Wow.
A little blower. Not that seal. Not that seal. We're not doing that. And, of course, Mr. Drew Better, if you knew better, you do better. Say, who better? Nobody, bro. It's your boy, Pat.
I guess I can't say.
Back at it again.
Jesus.
Kiss from a broom.
Shut that down immediately.
We got a lot to get into on today's episode, man. Got to start it off. Chicago Bears looking to add a little bit more speed. Possibly could be adding some more speed to the team. Going to be interesting to see that. And then I want to take a look at NFL free agency. Of course, we talk Bears all the time on this show, but I want to look at the teams around the league because there's some winners out here. And dare I say, there's some winners in the Chicago Bears division. There's some losers out here. And Joe Burrow might be one of them. I hate to tell you this. That's going to sound crazy after the signings today, but Joe Burrow just might be one of them. The Seattle Seahawks, what is happening up there? Talk about your pumpkins.
Cliff.
What a hole.
That's what Sam Darnold's going to be saying.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about all that more in today's episode, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Boys, what's going on, man? It's been a little minute since we all been in
That's what every offense that plays the Bengals is going to say.
Hey, listen.
What a hole.
You ain't lying. What a hole.
Bro, I don't know what's going on.
Hey, they go hit them with the Luca. I've never been this wild.
Bro, that was wild. I don't know what's going on up there, bro. They just going to be... So is everybody just not guarding me? Is that what we're doing? I mean, they about to have us as the DBs on that team. JC playing nose tackle.
Right.
Hey,
Drew safety.
Right.
Don't put me out there. Nope. Assistant coach like a mug. Hey, listen, somebody do something. I don't know.
Hey, listen, for what they about to be paying these months, put me out there. I don't care what you say.
I'll take a check. I'll take a check.
But let's start it here, of course, in our city in Chicago, because Chicago Bears looking to add a little bit more speed to the team. Very interesting report. They've been hosting a couple of wide receivers in the building, Rondell Moore and Miko Hardman. Both names that visited the Chicago Bears today and got an opportunity to take a look at the old facilities, and the Bears talking with them about the possibility of them joining the team. I'm not going to lie to you. When I hear that, the first thing, and I think Drew said it earlier, Tyler Scott's done, right? Like that's GG's on T. Scott.
Yeah, it's just GG.
If you're looking outside, I feel like, and I feel bad about it. I hope that he is able to find a spot on this team and still be successful. Yeah. I hope that he is able to find a spot in general in the NFL so that his career is not done. Even Bayless Jones got another opportunity at it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Did you almost die?
As he signed with the Saints, this studio shocked you, bro. If you're not prepared for it, you got to know. You got to know.
It's gonna wake you up.
But yeah, bro. When you heard the news that the Bears are looking to add a little bit more speed on the outside there, which to me these two are both take the top off guys. What were your thoughts when you heard about that possibly coming through Chicago?
Mecole Hardman for me wasn't like more about taking the top off. Was Super Bowl experience. Came in there, he knows how they're really getting some more veteran experience within that wide receiver room. Not saying that DJ Moore is not, but I mean it's a whole different ball game when you've been there at the top of the top for what, 3 times? He was there all 3, right? Yeah, all 3 times. So like realistically, yeah, and I think he even caught a game.
Talk about Miko? Yeah, Miko been Super Bowl.
Yeah, he came back.
No, one of those he caught one of the game winning. Not I won't say game winning, but like last drive there. No, it was game winning, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the one that put him up.
Yeah. I look at it from that perspective. Like you have two people from the former champs that are like really know where to be on the field and things of that nature. I'm more excited about that aspect, and I mean, Tyler Scott's going to be a casualty of it, but like it kind of makes sense when you really put it all together. So hopefully we could actually get him in there. I like him better than I like Rondale Moore, if I'm being honest with you.
I do like McCole Hardman a little bit more than I do like Rondale because of what you mentioned, the playoff experience, Super Bowl championship experience, kind of that trumps anything that Rondale has done in his career. I like both of them. I've been watching Rondale since, was he Purdue?
Yeah, he went to Purdue.
College.
Yep.
I wanted him to be a Bears pick a long time ago. I love the speed. I love the potential of a guy like Rondale. But, I mean, if you get one of these guys in the building, I think Ben Johnson will utilize them to the best of his ability as a wide receiver 3. Get the competition in the building for a Zacchaeus that we just got from Washington. Zacchaeus. And, yeah, I sound a little bit better. But that's my thing, is that you want to bring in competition for that wide receiver 3. And with the speed and the blend of power, because I think, obviously, going back to the blueprint of Detroit, that's what he's looking to do probably in his own way, Ben Johnson meaning, is bringing in guys that can, block, that are powerful, but also have that speed, that breakaway. And these are two guys that are some of the best in the league at doing that. So I love it. I'll say, honestly, yeah, I'm still going with McCole. I'll go with McCole.
Still rocking with Miko.
I'll sign McCole. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Is you hearing a buzzing? I'm hearing a buzzing.
Yeah, it's a little feedback. It's a little feedback. Yeah, I'm trying to adjust levels.
All right, we get that right. We'll get that right. But no, man, I like the fact that you got both of them in the building, and you're just talking to them. Nothing is done. You're not signing anybody just yet, but it does tell you that they're looking for upgrades at those positions. They're looking for veteran upgrades, I would think, at those positions. And if you aren't able to get them, of course, there's names out there. I talked about Isaiah Bond a couple of times in the draft. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be a name that I would like to get. If I can get veteran experience, that's cool, but it depends on the price. Mm. You know what I mean? If I'm paying the bag out here,
I don't think he's gonna get. It's not gonna cost us that much for him.
Ooh.
Miko Hardman might cost you a little bit more. I think now Rondale Moore. I don't know.
He didn't even start last season.
I don't know what happened last year, but Rondale Moore was not in the NFL.
No,
he was hurt.
He wasn't.
Was he just hurt all last season?
I know he was injured at one point, but I don't know if it was last year. I'm not sure about that, so you might be right.
He was hurt.
Yeah.
But to me, like that's the one that I do think intrigues me because 4.2 speed. Realistically, what you're bringing these guys in here is to be the dual guy, right? Mm-hmm. Not only are you going to be a receiver that is the fourth receiver in here, because I do think Zacchaeus is the number 3 receiver. He talked about it today in his presser when we talked to him that he was kind of going. His expectation is to be the slot receiver here, but it's also the punt return guy. It's also the kick return guy, and I think that's to me why I like the idea of Rondale Moore because at a minimum. 4.2 speeds, you can't teach that. And if you get him an opportunity to where he can just take off and hit a hole and be gone.
Knee injury in practice.
What a hole.
Like those are
Rondale Moore? Yeah.
Those are the things that I think would be interesting. And I don't expect a ton from it. And it doesn't mean you can't still go out in the draft and add that piece to your team.
That's the beauty of it is we're starting to see that there isn't a whole lot of holes that need to be filled right now with the Bears team is that you can go out and get a guy like Rondale and, put him on the special teams or Miko Hardman, who's also had time with the Chiefs, returning kicks and returning punts. Like you don't have that many gaps in the team like you did before this past offseason. And so for me, this just shows the growth of the team and that we're just filling out those small spots down. We're almost complete as a team, in my opinion.
Drew, what are your thoughts on the move?
I like the move, but I just don't like the way my draft picks. And Tyler Scott, I don't know if we really got a chance to really see what he had a case of the droopsies early in his career that I think you can come back from. So I'm not sure that we give in already and spending an extra $3 to $5 million, which he's going to spend on this receiver. It could be, put into somebody's extension or some a little bit later on. But if they're going to give us a better product, then I'm all for the signing because you definitely need some depth at the wide receiver.
Yeah, listen, it comes down to I don't believe that they believe in Tyler Scott, which is tough because yet another failed pick that Ryan Poles has gone through where they come in on day one. And basically go, yeah, ain't the guy.
But how much tape does he have out there to see that he's not the guy yet?
Well, the thing about it is most of the tape.
2 years, right?
Yeah, but most of the tape that he's got is dropping the football.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
they
part
shoot with
about
his
it that's
hands.
tough. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to be a wide receiver in the NFL and you don't have these. I'm just saying, like we being real, like that's the reason that they would look to move away from him. So, not to say that I think it's the wrong call to go a different direction, but it is interesting to see that yet again another Ryan Poles pick that you take a look at and go, yeah, that's not it. That didn't work.
It's hard for me to move off of somebody who you finally get good coaching in here. You finally get everyone to develop a little bit. You finally create that opportunity, and then you move away from him. You can't teach this speed either. And he's taller than everyone we just mentioned. He's almost 6 foot. Everyone. I mean, Miko was Tyler
5'10".
Miko is 5'11".
Yeah, he's same size. Tyler
That
5'10".
man's short.
You know, 5'11" is taller than 5'10", right?
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying Tyler Scott is 5'11". He's the tallest of the 3 receivers we're talking about.
I
mean, let's give it take.
They
You're
in the,
talking 5'10",
yeah,
5'11".
When you in the slot, it's different. If I need him to go up for a
Yes.
50-50 ball, that's a little bit different. These are more take the top off
I'm
wide
thinking
receivers.
younger. I mean, you can train and teach this young man. Rondale Moore just coming off a knee injury. He ain't been on the field in a year.
Yeah.
But I've seen Rondale Moore at his best, though. I've seen McCole Hardman with the Chiefs at his best. Like
Hartman's different. I give him
Tyler
that.
Scott, I have not seen what he can do in regular season games yet. I'm not banking on that guy versus those two who has had the experience. Like, I think this team is past
His first real shot was with Eberflus, and
But Eberflus picked him.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people didn't get there. Like, I mean, none of our receivers had their good best year under that system. I mean, everyone took a step back.
It's the reason
realistically,
why.
you know what I'm saying? So now you got a rookie coming in here who's probably trying to get in where he fits in. That's not really working. Caleb don't have enough time to go from 1 to 3.
You know, the one thing I will say, though, and what I always say about it is usually people are who they are, right? When Darnell Mooney left under bad coaching, we all knew Darnell Mooney was a better wide receiver than what
For sure.
he showed.
Good slot guy.
We knew, right? We looked at him and it was like, Darnell Mooney's going to be fine somewhere else, but we're not willing to pay him that money. We want to go a different direction. Boom. I'm okay with that. We all knew, though, that he was going to be better with Kirk Cousins than he was with Justin Fields.
500-yard difference.
Whatever, 100%. But not a 500-yard difference for what we'd seen from him. He had already had a 1,000-yard season here in Chicago. So I think, like, even under bad coaching, you knew Darnell Mooney could play football.
He could catch. He could catch.
With Tyler Scott, it's like I would love for him to be something that he hasn't shown us. But you haven't shown us anything. Like, there's no flashes for me to sit there and go, oh, that's the guy that can take that next step. Like, I saw Darnell Mooney be the number 1 wide receiver in a game and have a good game. Yep. The problem was when it had to happen 3-4 weeks in a row, and then you go, oh, you can lock him down.
I mean, last season he got like literally 1 target.
Oh, Tyler Scott?
Tyler
He ain't
Scott.
getting out yet.
So it's like making the. I don't disagree with you, but it's like there's not enough sample size to like completely write them off. Like, we're
of the best
comparing. Like,
highlights
when you look at
against-
Mooney's first season, all right, cool. But second season, like you say, he cracks 1,000 yards, has 140 targets. His next best season is not until he gets to the Falcons. He has less targets, nearly just as many yards.
Nah, listen, he
Like,
still got the
so
opportunity. He ain't going nowhere.
Who's not going anywhere?
Tyler Scott, unless they cut him.
I'm looking
Unless
at this.
they cut him.
If they bring somebody in, I'm thinking they're gonna cut him.
Is it? You
Hey,
think-
listen,
makes no sense
you're
to-
going to have the opportunity, though, right? You can sign somebody to a low-money deal, you get into camp. Tyler Scott had a phenomenal camp last season. I was excited about Tyler Scott heading into the year. And he didn't get any targets. Things didn't go his way. We had a great training camp last season. Tyler Scott can still beat somebody out for this job. He can still beat out Zacchaeus for this job.
Question for you:
I hope he does.
Do you think, since you have seen him in person, do you think it's a matter of his route running capabilities?
That's a good question.
No, I actually like Tyler Scott's feet off of the line. I've liked his feet off of the line for 2 years now. I think he has route running capability. I think he has the speed. I think the hands is the question. We only see the hands in camp. We only see the hands in practice.
Bright lights.
I got to see the hands on the game.
Bright,
You know what I mean?
bright-
Listen, Velus Jones didn't fumble a kickoff in practice. fumbled everyone that came to him in the rest
Is
of the game.
this the politics of football? Because like
I was just finna say that.
because Rome gets plenty of opportunities. That boy been dropping balls. Pause. Like that boy been dropping some, but he got more opportunities. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a crazy. All right, I got it on myself. All right, my bad.
Here we
my
go.
bad. But still,
Could have said passes. There were so many other options.
like that. I went with the line. It's a beautiful line.
Beautiful line. I'm sticking with that line.
Drop the balls. Anyway, but still, like Rome is out there dropping passes.
Rome is getting a lot of
He's
clutch
gonna
catches too, though.
Yeah, but he's getting the opportunity where
Rome
like,
is a
he
nice
dropped it and we went right back to him.
He's a
So
nice
that's like
pick,
the
too. You
politics
give him
of
a little more
football.
grace.
Like,
Yeah, listen. If you're the ninth pick versus the fourth round,
give him a chance.
72nd pick, I think that is. I'm gonna give you a little bit more leeway.
I agree, though. Politics is included because Tyler
plays
Scott,
a
I feel
part.
like he's just in the doghouse because of the pecking order. You had Keenan Allen last year as a wide receiver 3.
dropping balls.
But it's Keenan Allen. Again. Rome and Keenan
you
was
keep on saying that. I'm
dropping
gonna mute your mic.
passes.
I'm gonna mute your
They
mic.
were dropping passes, but at the same time, they were catching some passes that were pivotal in moving the up the field.
Yeah, but if I throw you a ball 30 times,
Yeah.
I'm expecting you to eventually get some synergy and catch it. If I throw it to you once and you drop it, I never go back to you.
But that's your opportunity.
That's your opportunity.
Stop.
That is
Come
a tough
on,
part.
Sometimes
bro.
you only get one shot.
on, bro.
Do not miss your
See-
chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
It didn't come once in a lifetime for Eminem.
No, but I think that's the thing. Though you said it right. Like in the NBA, it's a little bit different. It's 5 of y'all. In the NFL, it's 53.
Yeah.
And this
Well,
ball getting spread
Well, I
around.
don't know.
It's 11.
Your boy Aaron, if you drop one of his passes the first time, he doesn't go back to you for the whole rest of that game.
Yeah, all right.
So it's a lot of people that
He
does
went back
that.
to Garrett Wilson.
Gary wasn't different though. Gary wasn't different.
I bet he knew what to throw.
When Devontae dropped the pass, he went back to Devontae. You know what I mean? Like it's again, the politics of football is different.
But he did that to the other wide receivers too. He was like, no, you're not getting any more
Yeah,
passes
when
for
he
the rest of
had
the
when
game.
he had Christian Watson in there who was pulling a
And Romeo
hamstring every
Dobbs
third.
and,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the
and
number
Scanlon,
one
Van
receivers apparently they have.
Scanlon, whatever his name is.
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Tyler Scott did catch it.
Had all
He
them.
had one target, one reception for 5 yards. He didn't catch the pass.
Okay,
Hey, listen, he did his
That
job.
was
I
his
can't
chance.
believe that we're having this much of a discourse about Tyler Scott right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bro.
We got to make the. You
he's
got to make
getting
a stretch,
replaced.
baby.
I didn't
don't
need to. I literally was like, we can talk about this for 15 minutes. This to be the thing. We put a topic in. We gonna talk about that
We're
topic.
talking about the topic.
Hey man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Let us know how you guys feel in the comments below. Do you feel like Tyler Scott's getting the short end of the shaft here, or do you feel
shaft.
like there should be a little
I'm
more
not gonna do it. I'm not
leeway for Tyler Scott here?
I'm not gonna do it.
No,
I'm not gonna
no.
do it. Nope, keep
Yep,
going.
okay.
Just keep
Do you
going.
feel like there should be a little more leeway here, or do you like the idea of bringing in Rondell Moore? Do you like the idea of bringing in Miko Hardman? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you guys as well. Appreciate y'all for showing
This
love.
is the Bob Barker moment. If the price is right.
If the price is right, that is what it
price
comes
is
down
right.
to. If the price is right, that's what it all is at the
Going
end
all
of the
around
day.
the league right now. Jeez.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not gonna lie to you,
gotta move
kid. You
up.
okay?
I gotta move
You
up.
okay?
I had the thought was wild. I'm fighting the urge.
Yeah.
I'm fighting the urge. We're
Nah,
gonna keep going.
that
Hey, listen.
ADHD
We got to go to the next line, baby. We got to go to the next
I just
line,
was
baby.
wondering about the short end of the shaft. Is that that's where you?
What's it?
That's where you were.
Hey, he thinking that Ocho Cinco.
Hey.
That Ocho Cinco.
I ain't got no more.
That Ocho
Hey,
Cinco.
hey, you couldn't pay me to say that on TV, dog. I'm sorry, you could not pay me to share
bro.
that story. Nah,
Hey, bro.
no,
Listen.
no. I'm going to death with that.
Listen.
I'm dying with that story. Also a wild boy,
That
bro.
man, he's eternal now though.
Eternal.
I ain't got no
eternal.
more.
I ain't got no more, bro.
That's a great
I
line.
can't do it.
Right.
It's not a great
That's
line.
a great line.
It's not a great line.
Right.
a great
Hey.
He's now
It's not a great line.
He's now cemented
Hey,
in
you
the
want to know
meme
why?
Hall of Fame.
Hey, you want to know why? Because
Most realest dude ever.
yeah, first off, most realists do that, and he know he can pack his stuff up, walk out of there, and have another one in 5 minutes. Like when you got that going for you, you can say whatever you want.
I guess so.
No, dog. No, dog. I can't do that.
All
You
right,
can't do that.
Okay, NFL talk now.
NFL talk. We get back. Hey, we get some free agency talk now. We're
Jeez.
not getting no poll talk here.
Hey, I mean, shout out to Poles and Johnson for getting this thing done up at Hallis Hall. Let's keep this thing moving along, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button,
You
subscribe
dirty
to the
mind.
page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Chuck said Rondell, if he's healthy, in a super chat. Shout out to Chuck. Whole time I haven't been able to see the super chats because for some reason this screen over here has been tweaking. Shout out to that. That the only super chat we get.
Yes,
They're not paying us money. But no, man, let's keep this thing moving along.
By the way, great question when you asked Pose and Johnson, what would it be to make this team? He said it should be hard. I like the way you did that, dog. That was great. It was a great moment. It's a viral clip.
Well,
a lot of people shared it.
You want to know what's funny about it, bro? Is and we talked about this. I asked that same question to Flus, and I just remember Flus giving me this answer of like, well, sometimes the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane, and when we're on the plane, that's where we're going to take off, and we're going to fly high. And I'll tell you what, when we touch the sky, I'm calling Kanye West. Whoa, maybe not. He's a little bit wild out here. And when we talk about a wild card, that's what we're looking for in this offensive line, and that's how you got to make it. I was just remember being like, what did he just say?
Yeah.
I went back and found the video. I asked him this at training camp. I was like, when you swapping so many offensive linemen out, how's Caleb going to grow? Said nothing, right? They gave me one of them. I love the fact that man looked me in the eye like a villain.
Okay, look at the camera.
Please.
Who had the audacity.
Yes. Look me dead in my eye.
had the audacity to sit there and ask me that question. It's supposed to be hard. And it's going to be fun. And it was a few people on social media that was like, the smile was for you. And I was like, no, it was not. That smile was letting them players know it's going to be fun.
You're going to die.
It's not going to be fun.
It's not gonna be fun.
This is going to be terrifying, bro. So I loved it, dog. I was sitting there. I was like, you can't win a game in a press conference.
But he might just
But
win.
we might be up 2-0.
He might win again. Hey, Ben Johnson.
And I've been trying to explain. We were talking about this on the Chicago Bears podcast today. There's a difference in somebody who's like, crazy, like all they know is football, like so they're crazy about football, and a psychopath.
You think Ben's a psychopath?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think when you talk to Flus is all ball. He's all football. He wants to talk to you about ball. You talk about ball, he can talk to you about ball all day. He understands football. He's supposed to be in the NFL. I think he's a good DC. All of these things, right? Ben Johnson has all of that, but then there's this part of him, and it seems like it just early on talking to him. We'll see it on the field. But there's this part of him that's like, I know I got you down right now, but what if I stabbed you in the ear?
Why'd you go with that line?
What if I stepped on your throat and watched you struggle to not breathe in this game? What if I made it very difficult for you to ever think about playing football again? That's how Ben Johnson comes off, and that's different.
Yep.
There are few coaches like that. I get that vibe when you talk to a John Gruden, when you talk to a Sean Payton.
Sean Payton
and
is psycho to me.
Andy Reid hides it behind the hamburgers, but it's behind the eyes. We see it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like there are certain coaches where it's like, I want to make sure you never think about football again, and if you do, you think about me.
He's that guy that says, "Put your mouth on the curb."
Bite the street.
Bite the street. And I love how Ryan Poles is just smiling behind all of it.
He's fighting not to smile.
He's been smiling behind every single
giggle.
comment he makes. He's like, "Ooh, I love this."
He wants to giggle. I'm not going to lie to you. It is funny. It is
saving my job. Saving my goddamn job.
Right. Like, thank God.
Like, say some more. Say
I
some
finally
more.
got it right. Yes.
Hey, Ben, what do you think about Tyler Scott? Shut up. All right.
I saw a theory.
Move on.
I saw a theory. It made me think
How
of the
about
show.
Rondell Moore?
I was in the hospital. My mom we was watching this. And by the way, my mom said, "You're looking good out here." She said, "You're losing some weight." She noticed it.
I'm trying to.
All right. So my mom had some words about you. She said,
Whoa. Hey, whoa.
all good things. All good things. But she was like, "Why you got the glasses?"
No.
The opposite.
It was
said it,
wild
though.
because you mentioned it after you said, I'm
Right.
losing weight. My mom had some words about you.
No,
You
like-
fat son of a.
Right.
Whoa!
You're taking over the show in other ways.
No. My mom actually really loved the
know.
show and everything
Love
like
mom,
that.
man. Love
She was making this. We was looking at this thing. It was like, what if there was a theory that we had Ben Johnson, he made the decision not to come here, and we waited out a year.
I mean, that's been put out there, but Ben said, I think in his first interview after, like the day he got hired with Waddle and Sylvie, they asked him, would you have come here last season? And he was like, no.
Really?
He's like, I had unfinished business. Yeah, he said it immediately. He was like, no. He's like, one, I didn't think I was ready to move on. and they kind of asked it about the question. He focused on the part where they asked him about like how the team was constructed, and he was more focused on the part of I wasn't ready to move on.
Yeah.
But it was a quick no. So I want to say maybe he would have but Ben Johnson was like, nah, I would have stayed in Detroit no matter what.
They had a good shot.
They had a good shot. Let's talk about some of those teams that have a shot here because free agency in the NFL is not just a Chicago Bears thing. This is an NFL thing. And I feel like sometimes when we talk about it, we get a little focused in here on the Bears. But I think there's some good teams to look at around the NFL. And when you talk about who won and who lost free agency, we keep talking about offseason championships. Dare I say the Chicago Bears do not have an offseason championship.
That's fine with me.
I think there are some teams out here that absolutely won the offseason. And the problem that I have right now is that one of them has the quarterback that was taking number 2 on it. Because when I look at Laramie Tunsil on that left side.
They doing their thing over there. They doing their thing over there, dog. Listen, that kid going to be around a long time.
Now, I think you gave up way too much for it. Mm-hmm. Laramie Tunsil's older. He's going to have had a few more injuries on him. There's a lot of question marks on it. But I only need him to be good until Jaden is good. I only need him to be elite until Jaden is elite. And so my number one winner right now, who I think wins the offseason, I really do look at the Commanders and feel like they really won the offseason. I think they had a phenomenal offseason, losing Jonathan Allen but still making some good acquisitions on the defensive line. You know they're going to address some things in the draft as well. Like it's very interesting to me when I leave this offseason. I don't feel like the Bears are the offseason champs.
I don't either. Be honest with you, I think it's another team in the NFC. I think the Vikings got a lot better. I think everything they did to they shared that they picked up, I forgot on defense. They picked up someone on both ends. And realistically, if you look at it, you have an opportunity to get Aaron Rodgers, which would be the funniest thing in the world. It would be the most hilarious thing to see him go from the Jets to the Vikings.
It's like Brett Favre.
He's literally doing the Favre.
The exact
He's
same
trying
thing.
to fulfill the prophecy.
Yeah.
And it's like the career mirrors each other. One Super Bowl, never made it back. Brett has 3 MVPs, right? Yeah, Brett has 3.
Brett
he
has
has 4.
back, and then he won 1. No, Brett might only have 2. Brett has back-to-back MVPs, so I do know that.
Either way, it's just so weird as someone who said they didn't like each other, how he's mirroring this. But if you look at it, if he goes to the Vikings, that team is loaded. That team's we got some problems. That team might actually be the team to beat in the division. And that's saying that someone who thinks that we did a lot. I love what we've done. I think we'll be the better team long term. But this one season, because I only think he got one season. This one season start to finish, I don't know. That would be the one thing that scares me because I like what they've done to even incubate J.J. McCarthy if he comes in.
That's more the line of thinking I go with. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah wants to deal with Brett. Or with Aaron. I don't think he wants to deal with Aaron. I think he's more of a he would rather figure it out with the guys that he has and with the young quarterback that he just drafted. By the way, the young quarterback that he just drafted, it's his guy. He probably wants to give his guy an opportunity. Yeah. Because here's the thing. Why would I go get Aaron Rodgers if I had Sam Darnold? Now, there's flaws with Sam Darnold. But Sam Darnold took me to a place I did not think I was going to go. I'm not moving on from one quarterback unless I feel like the guy that's coming in, right, the rookie that's coming up is going to take that job.
I thought the same thing. The only thing that made me kind of go back on that one was the fact that JJ got no reps. He wasn't even walking for half the season.
Yeah, that's why he got no reps.
So that's what I mean. Like, it's not as if he was on a bench learning, practice, stuff like that. This kid was pretty much rehabbing most of that season, and he was behind Sam Darnold. You now have him back at baseline behind, you would hope, Aaron Rodgers. What does that look like?
He's off 2 surgeries. The reason why
what's happening on this computer here?
The reason why he didn't play,
I got a flick on while
I pulled up the list of free agents.
I just see y'all sitting here look at that. Look, you see that? You see that? Yeah. Where she learned how to do that? Anyway, what were you saying, Drew?
Aaron Rodgers would look good in Minnesota, but hopefully he doesn't go there because they did invest a lot in J.J. McCarthy. even though Rodgers would be a good backup plan because he did have 2 surgeries. So he had the original surgery, and then he had to go back in, and they had to clean it up again.
Yeah.
So that could mean that he might have a little mobility issue because fresh off of surgery, that first year is not always 100%. You're only playing at like 85 to 90. You don't get all of that full range until the following year. So, but they, like I said, they did draft put a lot of draft stock in McCarthy. So he might be the one that they're going to seek a swim with him since they didn't re-sign Darnold.
Yeah.
McCarthy looked good before he got hurt. That was the thing. Is you had the pieces around him make him look good with Aaron Jones, Justin, and Jordan.
When did you see him play?
He was hurt coming into the season.
I'm talking about during the preseason.
He didn't play
JJ
preseason.
didn't play.
Yes, he did.
Did JJ play?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he
he got
did.
hurt in the preseason.
He got hurt in practice.
No, he played.
He hurt in preseason.
He was killing for a minute.
Yeah, he looked good.
He looked
He
really
looked good. He
And
was
then
poised to
got
be the
hurt.
starter.
No,
he was
dog.
poised to be the
I
starter.
swear on
that
everything.
kid got hurt in
I'm not
practice.
just-
What
I'm not just
talking
coming out of
Nah, bro.
nowhere with
Nah,
that.
bro.
Hey,
He
you
was-
might be. Hey,
He was poised to be the
He
starter.
played
JJ
preseason?
McCarthy played in
He
preseason.
was
told
on
you,
like the right trajectory.
Preseason debut versus the Raiders.
Yes, and he
He
looked
played
good.
one game?
No,
I think it was
I believe
two.
he too.
I think it was 2.
2 touchdowns in his preseason debut.
No, he was on the right path. He was on the right path. So I think they
I
invested a
stand
little
corrected,
bit more
my
in there.
bad.
Hey, I don't even remember that.
I don't
Yo,
remember
I
that
do,
at all, bro.
'cause I remember a highlight where they said he
watch
was carving up
preseason
some
football
teams.
then.
I remember highlights where they said he was carving up teams. So,
Excuse
that
me, I
was
don't
a
make
team.
my rounds on preseason football.
Yeah, I give him grace with that. And a lot of
Hey,
people watching
that's
preseason.
how you learn the depth of your team is watching preseason football.
He literally had one preseason game and got hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah, it happens.
But no, I think that the Bears are still up there as maybe, let's just say, they didn't win the Super Bowl of the offseason, they were right there in maybe the NFC Championship game. You have to watch the Commanders. Yes, they upgraded. And honestly, I'm going to be rude with you. Call me a hater or not. I don't think Jaden Daniels and the Commanders are going to get as far as they did this year.
I don't know about that.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Ooh, that's
I
a
think
tough
that
take right there,
I
dog.
understand.
Ooh.
Nobody expected them to get as far because they thought that this was a rebuild year when they brought Jaden in. But after that Hail Mary touchdown and they got momentum, they got all the way there. Understood. But I feel like there are other teams that have improved to the point where you're not going to see them get there that easily. Include with the additions. That's just my opinion.
They
because
did have like 3 or 4 like lucky breaks, as you would call
You
it.
gotta have that though.
You played the
That's the
they played
NFL
the
though.
Lions, right?
Hey, look.
Did they play the Lions?
So you plus or
Did
minus
they just
those
pick
3.
up Ayuk?
You
Didn't they just
Brandon?
pick up? No.
Yeah, they
Debo
picked up
Samuel.
Debo Samuel. He put a bit.
Debo Samuel.
Okay.
So you
No.
plus,
He
needs to
so
pick
you
up some
plus, you
hands
plus or
first.
minus you plus or minus 3 games on those swings, in my opinion.
I mean, I think the thing for me with games like you need luck in the NFL. Listen, you can have a lot of
It takes a lot.
you can have a lot of great teams and great wins and all of that stuff. You need luck in the NFL no matter what. It takes luck a lot of time. Luck is how I don't know about luck, but that moment where it's how the Bengals lose the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, the dude that's been playing Aaron Donald decently all day just falls over and dies, and Joe Burrow gets hit on a dot that should have been a touchdown.
Oh, that was a dot.
You know what I mean?
That was gonna be a
it was
dot.
going to be a touchdown. He don't miss them passes. So, like, there are times where you need luck. There's times where you need some grace. You need the ball to fall your way. It fell their way this season. I will say this. It's very difficult to have multiple of those magical seasons.
Plus, you got the sophomore slump potential.
Here's where. Thank you.
But I think
Thank
they've insulated a lot for that. Now I'm not saying it can't happen. I said that about C.J. Stroud this year. I was like, listen,
Thank you.
C.J. Stroud could have a sophomore slump, but it's going to be because his offensive line gets hurt. Unfortunately, that happened. My bad. I didn't mean to. I don't know if I put that out to the universe.
You ruined it.
I might have. You ruined it. I got it. but when I look at right now, as far as a winner, I mean, you improved on the defensive line to me for the Commanders. I think you improved on the offensive line. I think you did add a weapon to Debo Samuel. Now, I wouldn't have paid him that much, but Debo is still a weapon. It's ridiculous. It's crazy that you holding on to that. And it's a weapon that's getting in to stand in there next to Terry McLaurin.
That's the part. They did their thing, dog.
I think they cooked
did
this
their
offseason.
thing.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Austin Eckler and
Still got Austin
They
Eckler.
got Austin Eckler.
Okay. Yeah.
They did their thing. I mean, as far as like
And-
what they
and the
added
tight
to
end
their
came
team,
back.
I would say they're
Yeah,
up there
the
for
tight end
me.
came back too.
As far as like just overall moves and considering how far in the dumpster they were, no one can sit there. We'd be remiss not to say the Patriots. The Patriots did a lot. They did a lot. Now, is that going to work out for Drake
Definitely
May?
improved. Yeah.
He ain't getting no receiver.
Right,
He ain't get a receiver.
He ain't getting no
Right,
receiver.
they missing stuff on
But
the
the
outside.
Which
stuff-
might help us in the draft because they might have to go to Toria McMillan.
Oh, they definitely going Tet.
Yeah,
instead of,
Teteria, Tetoria, Tetris,
Hey, but you gotta think
McMillan.
though, that man had no line. They got him some help on
They
the
got
line.
him. They got him some line help.
They got him some help on the line. So now it's like, this kid might shape up.
I
I'm
like
not
Drake
saying-
May. I like Drake May a
Drake
lot.
May is definitely a nice quarterback. Yeah.
He gives me Sam Darnold.
Who's your
vibes.
who's your loser of it? No, because Sam Darnold his first year got sent to hell.
No, just talking about his stature and demeanor. He gives me Sam Darnold.
A little
vibes.
bit, I guess. Who's your loser of the free agency? I'll start it off if y'all not ready. Good.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Seahawks.
I got one.
What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What are the Seahawks doing? They're paying the corpse of Cooper Kupp. They're paying. I mean, you got rid of. You got rid
over
of
3.
Yeah, you're paying the corpse of Cooper Kupp. You got rid of your best wide receiver. Realistically, you're paying Cooper Kupp for a season that happened 5 years ago.
That's a fact.
Cooper Kupp has never had that season
That's
again.
the one stand
No.
out. Yeah.
He was at 1,400 yards that year.
Yeah.
19.
But he had a
19 I'm tweaking,
he had
1900
another
yards
couple-
a year.
He had another couple thousand yards, but he wasn't. He
No.
wasn't
Wasn't
crowned.
that though?
No. He's never had
literally
another 1,000
has not
yard
broken
season.
1,000 yards after that.
I thought he got close. with
No,
it.
he's never broken
I
1,000.
think he's like 800
So you're
maybe,
paying the
like that.
corpse of Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
You got rid of DK.
Went to Pittsburgh.
I think you signed Sam Darnold, and shout out to Sam Darnold for getting your 50 M's, but it was a very special set of circumstances in Minnesota that helped Sam Darnold get to that point.
Yep.
I think Sam Darnold's about to go from being a Cinderella to the pumpkin.
I don't know. Seattle still got a line though. They still got a line, so he might be okay. I ain't gonna say he's great.
But they let Lockett. They didn't sign. They didn't bring back Lockett either.
Right, they're not gonna
Who's
replicate
catching?
Minnesota.
Yeah. What else? Do
Jackson
they have?
Smith and Jigba.
Like
was the only
Jackson
person
Smith
there.
and Jigba
He's
gotta
a
be.
beast.
Nah, he is
He's
solid.
a
I do like
beast.
Jackson Smith and
He's a
Jigba. And
beast.
listen, 1 year away from Shane Waldron did him wonders. But
He has no number 2.
well, you gonna have
You
to
draft
draft
one.
him. You have to draft him.
But why not just bring back Lockett? They had the space.
Lockett,
Lockett and got a little longer
for
in the
fantasy
tooth, but
purposes.
yeah.
I feel like
Lockett
and
didn't do
Jigba are
well
like-
last year at all. He
For
didn't do-
fantasy purposes,
fantasy
are we talking about
purposes.
as a fantasy
yeah,
owner?
Yeah, for
Nah,
fantasy owner,
I
he was
definitely
horrible.
don't like a Lockett anymore.
Yeah, he was a 600-yard guy last year. He didn't really do much.
And he's been banged up last couple of seasons. Like it is to me, they are like I don't know what they're doing. I think that's the big part about it. It's like you didn't really improve defensively. You didn't add much on the offense. I don't know what you're doing. Like there's no direction there. Maybe it works. Maybe you figure it out. But if you were gonna do this, why'd you send Gino to go hang out
Why you
with
send Gino over there? Yeah.
with Pete?
Yeah.
Like just because Gino loved Pete.
Um,
That's the thing about it for me is
You want your own guy though.
I mean that's what the
Yeah.
Ladybug.
Ladybug.
Bro, 2 warm days and the bugs is back out. I got an ant right here. I got a ladybug up here. We need some fumigation.
So I don't want to call them losers, but it is like, what are you doing? Steelers. Steelers' big move was actually Mason Rudolph. They signed him. They are.
DK.
They signed DK.
They got DK. I was gonna say the
Okay.
big move is DK.
I guess.
You traded for DK.
But you let Justin go. Justin's
Well,
a jet.
Justin didn't want to come back.
Justin wanted the money.
Yeah, he got slighted.
Justin's a
I
jet.
didn't expect
jet.
him to stay in Pittsburgh.
Russ is probably on his way out because apparently he's not liking how they're handling this whole maybe we get Aaron, maybe we don't thing, and I wouldn't blame him if he did. Who are you gonna have throwing to DK?
Me.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, listen,
I got you.
Hey,
Well,
you said
listen,
67
it-
miles an
nah,
hour on
nah,
that
nah,
fastball.
yeah,
Maybe you can put some heat on a
67
football. You
mile
know?
an hour. I know how to do the Dak thing.
There you go.
It works.
Like that?
It works.
With
yeah.
your hips in it?
Oh,
Okay.
you get your hips in it.
Um,
You can launch that football.
Yeah, so
my back is gonna be messed up by week 2.
That's the prettiest team to go to the not even make the playoffs. They're not making the playoffs next season if they don't get a quarterback.
Nah, they'll make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs.
Mason
Yeah.
Rudolph took him to the playoffs.
Right, they did the playoffs. with
They
Mason
re-signed
Rudolph.
a dude that took him to the playoffs.
they don't prioritize offense there.
They don't prioritize quarterback.
They
They don't prioritize-
No, they run the ball.
It's a quarterback-driven league. You don't prioritize the quarterback.
They don't prioritize quarterback.
They-
And so
they-
you got all this talent here now.
they
You're
do-
not doing
they do
anything
defense
with
and
it.
running. That's the name of the game.
Yeah,
Because my Steelers are my second favorite
Oh
team.
yeah, that
they emphasize
just call them
running
the
ball.
Bears.
Huh?
Just call them the Bears.
Yeah, not this
Yeah.
Bears.
Not this
But,
one.
But
Not
this
last
Bears.
year,
Not
Bears
last year,
either.
Bears.
but they got the
Bears, yeah.
Steelers got better ownership
Do
and
they?
a better head coach. Tomlin is the man.
Tom-
So he
getting along
Hey.
with Tooth,
he
though.
squeezes everything.
I
out of
like
anything.
Ellis Campbell. No matter what, they win it. Yeah, they got pencil him in for 9. I got him penciled in for 9.
Pencil for 9,
Easily.
yeah.
Above
Nah.
500 is always.
I got him penciled in for
Hey,
9.
listen,
Yeah.
penciled in for mediocrity. You're gonna be right there, mediocrity.
Oh, listen, yeah, they're not going
Hey,
to a Super
you're
Bowl.
too good to get like a high draft pick, and you don't suck enough to actually. Like, you're in mediocrity.
Purgatory.
But
Football
only the
purgatory.
only reason why they're end up being that way anyway is because Cowher lost 1 year.
Yep.
And that's how they got Big Ben. Other than that, they have been the same organizational way forever.
Yeah.
But Cowher lost the 1 year, which allowed them to get Big Ben. Other than that, Cowher was the same way. 500, maybe a little bit above 10,
Cowher had some
11
10,
wins.
12
Your
wins.
star
Wins.
receivers a crash out waiting to
Yeah, but you got to
happen.
think 10 wins back then, and it was only 16
It was 16
games.
games. So it was still
So you were 10-6.
right, 10-6.
That's a good season.
Your star,
But
your,
it wasn't Super Bowl, though.
your
That's the
star
thing.
player is like a NBA YoungBoy cheerleader. The way that he out there, I mean, like it don't even matter. Like
I feel bad for DBs. They got to meet DK and Pickens over the
That's-
middle.
it's gonna be
It's
rough.
just going to be fist fights. It's not even about to be. It's just about to be. Hey, you go high, I go low. What the jail ball? Are we playing here?
I want to save the Bengals conversation for last because I got a different take than Pat.
Well,
Wait,
that's what I want to
But
get
you got-
into.
you got another one real
Technically, we brought up the
Yeah.
Rodgers conversation. But who's your loser, JC?
Loser for me, I'm just really more baffled by this team and what they were doing at first is the 49ers. They've always been at the top of the league.
Yeah.
And they just started releasing everybody. You got rid of Javon Hargrave for some reason.
Trying to save
Malik
that
Collins.
Gotta pay people, baby.
Then they brought Mac Jones on a 2-year deal to the team, to fight it out, I guess, with Brock Purdy. I don't. Maybe that might work with him.
Call me crazy.
And him and
Call
what you
me
call
crazy.
it, Kyle Shanahan. That
Mac
might
Jones
actually work.
can battle old Brock Purdy.
That might actually work.
Mac
We'll see
Jones
how
can do it, dog.
Why would I
We'll
give
see
him the
what
job?
I
happens.
say the mid defender.
Nah.
That is definitely
no,
a mid-competition.
Mac
mid-
Jones got done dirty.
The
Mac Jones got done
mid-defender.
Justin Fields dirty.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he
No,
got done-
did.
he
Yeah,
got
did.
done dirty,
He
bro.
did.
Yeah.
Hey, they was like
They shipped that man out after
They
one
said-
season because he was complaining about Bill. You don't complain about Bill.
Hey, Bill said after
him
Bill
outta
said, "Hey, you see this guy here? I can make him great with the goddamn defensive coordinator. That's what I can do."
Little doppelganger over here, little Zappy.
Yeah,
Go
me-
ahead and put
me-
him out there.
Me and Ernie can
Zappy. Forgot about Zappy.
me
Bailey
and Ernie
Zappy.
can figure out how to play this game from the car. You
So-
can't figure it out on the field.
Yeah, way up there in the press box, he can catch passes better than you.
I love Julian Edelman doing Bill Belichick impersonations, bro. It's one of my favorite things ever.
Oh, red
Me and
gloves
Ernie
here.
saw that from the press box. Red gloves over here. How could you not see a hole?
Oh man.
The one thing about San Fran I will say is that maybe they are, but I think San Fran just sees what the Rams had to do. Remember, the Rams had the one down year where it was bad, and it was just like, okay, like we're gonna get a high pick, and then we're gonna bounce back, and we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be willing to spend money. I think if you're willing to spend money, it's fine. But every now and then you run into that
CAP.
cap.
Yeah.
Every now and then you run into that cap.
I think they won.
Who?
I think he
Rams.
likes the move of upgrading from Cooper to Devontae.
Yeah.
With Puka
That would be
Nacua.
nice.
Hey,
That-
hey,
Oh my
hey,
God.
Listen.
He always open.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Puka may not be the number one wide receiver there.
And that's scary.
I think Devontae Adams is still a number one wide receiver by a lot. Now, they may keep Puka as the number one because of he's been there, all the plays and all that. Devontae Adams is a demon.
Yeah.
You just gave Devontae Adams the one of the quickest triggers in the NFL.
Yep.
in a line.
Literally, set
Stafford's a
hut
dog.
boom.
Stafford's a dog.
Hey, in a line.
I love
in a run game.
I'm so glad.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so glad that he did everything with the Rams because I had to hate him for so long just because he was in Detroit. I love Matt Stafford.
I love
Oh,
him. I loved him in
he
Detroit.
dog.
I can't root for nothing
Feels
Detroit.
like he's
You know what I
been,
mean?
like quarterbacking for 40 years.
I loved him still. I
Kinda
loved him.
has,
How
bro.
long
He's
ago has
old.
Calvin Johnson played?
He's old, bro.
Yeah, it's
Calvin
like Barry
Johnson.
Sanders. I love Barry Sanders. I certain people.
You know why I
depending-
like Barry?
Their jersey don't matter.
I like Barry after he left. Like now I can start liking Barry. Here we
Sick of
go. I can't do it when y'all up in Detroit. But no, I think to me like that was an amazing upgrade. That was one of
Yeah.
the best pickups
Yeah.
in the NFL. Like and it's not even like a expensive pickup. It's not a team breaking
Yeah,
pickup.
no, it wasn't
Like
at
it was
all.
just like, hey Devontae, you want to go play football with us? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is
I had
warm there, too?
Derek and Aaron last season. Please.
Is warm too? You mean to tell me it don't get cold over here?
Yeah,
oh,
it don't
sign
get
me
cold.
up for it. No, I
Don't
think
get
they
cold.
you know what? They are what the Bengals want to be.
I'll tell you this about the Bengals, dog. No, they're not. They're nothing like what the Bengals want to
The
be.
Bengals want to be the Rams.
No, they don't. The Bengals.
Too high-powered
the
of
Bengals,
receivers.
You know what the Bengals want to be? Relevant. And that's it.
No, that's a fact. Though.
And that's it.
They've always had the
That's
roster.
it. The Bengals want to be relevant.
They've always had the roster.
The Bengals had, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. And I know I didn't put them as my loser on this list because, one, the moves aren't done, and two, the Seahawks, I think, are just confusing. I at least know what the Bengals are trying to do. I just think it's useless. If the Bengals don't have the greatest 2 defensive drafts in a row of all time, you are going to waste Joe Burrow's career. There's nobody to stop opposing offenses from having a day on that team. And on the flip side of that, there's also still, like, people are still talking about, like, well, you got Orlando Brown Jr. locked up for the Orlando Brown Jr. Orlando Brown Jr. is terrible. I don't know what happened to him, but he's living off of the name of his dad. And that's all that's happening in this league.
So
Like, Joe Burrow is going to die. There are 4 players about to be paid on this team. It's going to be Joe. It's going to be Joe, Jamar, T, and Trey Hendrickson going to have to play both ways. Trey, they're trying to re-sign Trey too. And they feel like they're in a good spot to re-sign him.
Yeah, because nobody wanted to give him that first-round draft pick.
Like, bro, I'm sorry. That team, I understand why you don't want to get rid of any of the receivers. But are you trying to win a championship, or are you trying to just be relevant and be a name? Because you're about to have a season just like last year where Joe Burrow's going to look phenomenal. The offense is going to look great. It's going to be high flying. You're going to put up 50, and you're going to lose 51-50. Just like last year.
I'm going to say this. Let me say this. Last season, if that's a precursor of anything we're talking about, they lost to the Ravens twice, both by 3 or 1. So a 4-point margin between both games. Better team. The Ravens are a better team. The Ravens last season were a top 5 team. So if you got 2 losses to them, you lose because Russell Wilson has out of body experience and drops 44 on you.
But no, that's the problem, kid. It wasn't an out of body experience.
No, he didn't have a game like that the rest of the season.
You want to know why? Because there were good defenses standing across from him, at least mediocre.
All I'm saying is this: when they played a good defense, I think we consider Browns still a good defense.
Browns good.
They cooked them
last year.
They cooked them.
Yeah, but the Browns got no offense either. That defense was on the field the entire game.
They hung with the Commanders. Like, literally, they lost by 5 to the Commanders. Again, Jaden Daniels doing this whole miraculous comeback thing. They won. They had a lot of games that they won lost based off of like some fluky stuff.
No, they lost because literally Jaden Daniels knifed through the defense to finish the game.
They lost by 1 to the Chiefs early in the season. Like, if you really look at it,
what was the score?
26-25.
I put up 25 points.
That team went 15-1.
I get you.
I'm just saying though, like.
No, but I think he's saying, like, even if you put up 25,
my point is it doesn't.
It's Patrick Mahomes.
No. My point is
it's Lamar Jackson. They lost twice, 4-point margin, 40-point games. Good, a lot of points.
I'm putting up a lot of points.
But I'm just saying, like, when you see them roll through your stadium, you know you're gonna have to stop a lot of stuff happening.
What was the stat that the Bears defense had, even under Eberflus, unfortunately? For like a string of games it poured over into last season, was it like 20-something straight games of
without
having
allowing
your
20 points or
teammate
something?
under 21
Yeah.
points? Like, if you get usually over about 21 to 22, 23, 24, you should be in the wheelhouse if you have a legitimate defense or a top 15 defense.
Now they did. Now I will say this: they finished the season out better than they started, but it literally was. You finished the season out better than where you started because Joe Burrow just went absolutely friggin' ballistic.
Insane.
Like, I literally said, if the Bengals go 9-8, we should be talking about him as the MVP.
I do agree that he should have won MVP.
We should have been talking about him as the MVP. We sit there and we're like, oh, well, Josh Allen didn't have a lot to work with. He had a defense.
So all I'm saying is this. It's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
Now, listen, what I mean is this. When you look at this and you say, why would you make this move? Look at what we did, and maybe better coaching on defense. Maybe we have a different situation. They lost to the Ravens in the champs defending champs by 1.
You lost this game 38-33, Washington. You you beat the Panthers 34-24. You still gave up 24 points to the Panthers. You lost to the Ravens 41-38 in overtime after Lamar Jackson went down the field and destroyed you.
The only team you didn't give him any points really to was the Giants. Hello,
They were
Ringo.
horrible. Where's Ringo?
That's it.
You lost the second game to Baltimore 35-34.
I get you.
Yeah.
Like at
I
a
get
certain
you.
point, bro,
Yeah.
I can't do no more.
So all I'm saying is this: the other team had a defense too and didn't stop nobody. So if you think about it, like if my offense is outpowering your defense, and your defense is not stopping my offense.
But the problem,
keep thinking they're
this
close.
I think,
I don't think
and
they're
that's the thing. I think the problem is right. Your defense, like the Baltimore defense, was an elite defense.
And they cooked them.
They didn't. Well, Joe Burrow did cook.
He cooked them.
I also think Joe Burrow's arguably the second best quarterback in the NFL.
Who's the first?
Pat Mahomes.
Patty
Yeah,
Mills.
I think Joe Burrow's the second best quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, hands down.
Like I don't even think we having a tough conversation on that. The second best quarterback in the NFL is putting up 35 points on literally the best defense in the NFL, and you know what you gave up? 36. You son of a.
Mind you, hold on. Here's other caveat. Wasn't the beginning of this season when Jamar was kind of holding out, kind of holding in, wasn't really, he was on a snap count type thing, like Rich Eisen talked about it. Like he was
Jamar was kind of doing a little
in and
all
out,
that, yeah.
whatever. And then so wasn't Higgins doing the same thing toward the end of the season?
No, Higgins was hurt.
Higgins.
In.
So like
Yeah, he got
realistically,
banged up.
they had people who were not really interested because you ain't paying me, but I'm gonna go out here anyway. I got my number 2 hurt, and I'm still putting up these type of numbers.
But kid,
listen, I hear you.
The problem ain't
I
the
hear you.
numbers, bro.
I hear you. I'm just saying this. This is the Golden State approach to football.
but
That's
what-
all I'm saying.
no,
This is
but-
a Golden State approach to football.
No, because Golden State was also literally one of the best situational defensive teams in the NBA, even with Kevin Durant.
They clamped down
Well,
when
with
they needed
Kevin
to.
Durant, they were one of the best. They were
is.
top
They-
five.
The
they clamped
Bengals
down
are
when
the
they needed to.
Pacers.
But I think that's yes, the Bengals are the Pacers. They just got 3 bodies on the
keep up with you
team
on offense.
that you
They
go,
gotta do
oh,
it.
that's a fun team to watch, and then you get to the end of the season, and be like, what the heck did we just watch? What happened?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like they about to waste this man's career, and it irritates me. I said it, kid can vouch for this.
He's a new Matt Stafford.
Kid can vouch for this because he was.
He ain't the new Matt Stafford.
No, he was on the show. He was on the show with me when we did it. No, he's not the new Matt Stafford.
I'm talking about waste of
Matt
talent. Waste of talent.
Matt Stafford
Waste of
didn't win
talent.
enough for him
Hey,
to be the new Matt Stafford.
That's the new Dan Marino.
No, I'm talking about the waste of talent.
What did I
Yeah,
say
yeah,
the day
yeah,
after
yeah.
the Super Bowl?
He ain't gonna make it back.
I said that'll probably be the only one he gets to. The day after the Super Bowl,
Yep.
we did the morning show. We still do. That was the first iteration of the Morning Breeze, and I said that's probably the only time he'll make it
Yep.
because that was the only opportunity you had where everybody was still very cheap, and you didn't build an offensive line for that team.
No, he was getting ate up.
He's getting destroyed. I said the day after the Super Bowl, he's gonna be Dan Marino. That's probably the only opportunity he get.
Is this his fault?
No.
I think it is.
Why?
He pushed for it.
Push for what?
He pushed for them to sign those 2 receivers at that cost.
That's great. I signed 1, not 2. You don't have to sign both of them.
Their offense predicated
You
on
don't-
2, though.
you don't have-
Their offense is predicated on 2, if not 3.
I hear you.
Because the year they went to the Super Bowl, they had 3 good wide receivers.
I
that
hear
year.
you. Yeah, they did. They
Oh,
had
Tyler Boyd.
They had Tyler Boyd, and they had
Hushman? No,
it wasn't Hushman Zada on that team.
Dude, that was
You went back.
2000s.
Yeah,
That
I
was-
went
that was
back.
with
That's
Ocho.
Ocho. I'm tripping. I know exactly what I'm
That was
thinking.
Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins.
Same
Yeah, it was all
Higgins.
three.
Yeah.
But
Who's their
but
tight end?
I get you.
Oh, they
like,
had a good tight end, too.
They had a good tight end.
no.
Was
Was
it,
it Gasecki?
No.
No. Higbee? Is that a Higbee?
I think it was Higbee.
Tyler Higbee?
Tyler Higbee was on
Am
St.
I tweaking?
Louis.
I think
Rams.
no.
Higbee's on the Rams.
Maybe it was Gasecki. No, it probably was Gasecki.
Bengals Super
Ain't that who they're now?
Super Bowl team.
But either way, I think the point that I'm making here is I can't blame Joe for wanting all the wide receivers in the world, but you can't sit there and tell me Joe don't want 5 fat dudes in front of him that can keep him off his back.
You know, he's a very old school guy. He likes to get hit. He's a psycho as well.
I like to get hit a little bit, not that much.
Pause.
Pause. That was
Where's my
crazy.
finding these players at?
That was crazy. O.J. Howard?
No.
Was it O.J. Howard? Was there an O.J. Howard
I forgot
there?
about O.J. Howard.
I forgot
You
about
mean that
O.J.
played on
Howard.
Tampa Bay?
I forgot all about O.J. Howard.
Okay. All right.
No, it was that guy.
C.J. Uzoma. I do remember
Uzama.
Uzama.
Oh, you know what? I do remember him. I had him
Yeah.
on my fantasy team that
CJ
year, and he was
Uzama.
cooking as a fantasy owner.
As a
Can I
fantasy-
talk as a fantasy owner for a
He
second?
did
Uzama
cook.
was
He did
nice.
cook.
But no, man, I think that it's tough for me to look at Joe and be like, you're the reason that this is failing, because the GM has to be like, look, bro, we got to build a team.
Why didn't they call Devontae Adams?
Cincinnati?
Yeah, you could have.
Because
Now,
Devontae
No,
and
listen. Do you think Devontae's not trying to play with Joe Burrow?
No,
he getting around.
because he has rapport.
that's a lot
Burrow
of-
has a rapport with
Jesus.
Higgins, and so
Yeah.
you're going to sign your own.
Joe.
Yeah.
Listen, I get Joe pushing for his guys, but as the GM, you got to go pick one.
right.
And by the way, where do you want T
We
to
need to
end
spread
up?
this
Because
money.
It's going to be
Jamar.
Jamar. We signed Jamar, dog.
Have fun on offense, or do you want to try to win games?
Now I say
Come
this:
on,
you
man.
got to sit there and you got to, as the GM now, you in a tough position. Figure out how to draft dudes.
Right, you got to draft.
You got to draft the best offensive line that you can
Yep.
on the
use
the
all your
trenches.
picks.
use every
they
pick.
gotta
I'm
hit the
taking it.
trenches.
I'm taking 15 swings.
They got to hit the. They got to hit the trenches.
Hey, man,
'cause
T.
they need
Higgins
defense
getting
have
traded after the season if it don't work out.
They got 2. He's going
T
to
getting traded.
2 years.
That don't help Joe
think
this
it will work
year.
out.
Joe got to live through this season first.
Oh, you made your bed, baby. You got to sleep in that joint. I'm sorry. T. Higgins is about to sit there and fall off a cliff. They're going to trade that man.
Oh
crazy.
God,
That is
it's about to
crazy.
get ugly out here, dog. It's about to get ugly. The Bengals are.
At least they're not the Raiders.
At least they're not the Raiders.
That is true.
They're not the
Or
Raiders.
the Jets.
You wanna know what's crazy, though? You wanna know
the
what's crazy,
Jets are
though?
nice.
Okay, can we do hot takes on this?
Go ahead, hot take.
I think they make the playoffs.
Who?
The Jets.
Whoa.
I think they make the playoffs.
Oh, you think Justin
actually
Fields
on the
has a
Justin Fields
3,800-yard pass this season
Bro.
and
I think he's finally gonna do it.
Yeah,
30
the re-
touchdowns,
I think
14
finally gonna
picks,
do it.
For this.
I think he's gonna finally
76 fumbles.
do it. I think he's. Hey, listen.
76.
Hey, listen, they fumble a lot.
I wish I had the credits to roll on that.
Lamar, even Lamar fumble a lot. They be fumbling a lot. I don't know why.
I think
crazy.
I think they're gonna make the playoffs. I think he's gonna have a breakout season. I think he's gonna have the Sam Donald thing.
I mean, he
gonna have a Sam Donald
He had
effect.
10 touchdowns, 1 interception in a 4-2 season last year, and they was like,
Yeah,
sit your goof
They
out.
played him. They played
Bro,
him.
I think the new AAA Ron is gonna get him right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think the New York Buckeyes are gonna get the job.
That's what it is.
I think
He's back with his old buddies.
I think they about to get clapped. I hope they don't.
Nah.
I want
Depends on their
Justin.
defense.
I want Justin to have success. I think they
They
about
got
to
good
get clapped.
defense.
They got a good defense.
I think their defense holds them together.
He got more continuity with his receiver, the mid defender. Oh, now I'm going for Justin. I'm the mid defender now, huh?
Mid defender.
Okay, I can't stand you people. That's what it is. No, I think he's gonna be good. I think I'm not saying he's the reason they make the playoffs, but I think he's gonna have a good season.
Well, he better be the reason they make the playoffs.
That's a solid hot take. I
Who
take
else
that.
is going to be the reason
I-
of the Jets?
You want to know what
They
my
defense.
You want to know what my
Aaron
hot take
Glenn
is?
is over there.
I give you a hot take. I think the Raiders are going to give the Chargers a run for their money this season. I think Pete Carroll is going to turn that thing around. You got Geno Smith in there bringing in stability. I think they're going to get – that's a hot take.
Hey,
That's a
listen,
hot
how
take.
come y'all ain't saying
That's a
how
hot
come y'all ain't
take.
saying pass smoking? This man just said the Raiders.
I'm telling
The
you.
Raiders
dog.
just had one of the worst off seasons so far of anybody. What's y'all
I
talking
mean, not
about?
really. You just added Geno. But they got a young team.
They added Geno.
Hey, and you want to know what Geno finna do?
Bowers.
Oh, they
You
got
want to know what
Brock
Geno
Bowers.
finna do all night?
Nothing.
They got Brock Bowers.
Set hut, Brock.
Hey,
Set up, Brock.
Brock.
Hey.
Brock is
Set up,
phenomenal.
Brock.
Geno is a one-read QB that worked out.
And they going to Brock.
Hey, you know what that one read finna be? Brock. hey,
Bro.
Brock Bowers had what 100 and
He broke the
Five
tight end
catches?
catches.
Okay.
Yards and catches.
Gucci said Raiders pick top 5. Who they getting that's gonna change this whole thing around for them to compete with the Rams?
Dude, they gonna
Ashton
get one of the
Jenkins.
defensive players. They
That's a
get,
bear.
Ashton
No.
Genty.
He's
That's
a
not a bear,
bear.
baby.
That's a bear.
No,
That's not a bear.
no.
Nah.
They 6
Speaking
actually.
into
That's a
existence.
bear,
Hey.
bro.
I'm talking to you, dog. I can see it now.
That's a bear.
Geno Smith turning around, handing that football off. Ashton looking good in that silver and black.
How many picks the Raiders got, bro? Now you
So
just
badly to
rolling.
get Ashton Jenkins
Hey,
out of Chicago.
Silver Harvest, 110%. Entire Raiders playbook. Get the ball to Brock. Hey, dog.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
The Raiders picked 13.
I thought you said
No, the Raiders picked 6, right? Because they can get
It is
Shador.
wrong?
Yeah, no, the Raiders picked 6.
What year you looking at?
All right, it gotta be the wrong
Yeah,
year.
you
It gotta be the
look-
wrong
this man
year.
looking
That
at-
was the
It's the
they
year
came
before.
up.
Year before. All right, so hold on. Help me out here.
Yeah, see 6 overall.
What you got as a dark horse there, JC? What's your dark horse team? Right?
Dark horse pick?
JC's dark horse
Actually,
pick.
you know what? You know
got
what
the
I
Eagles
like?
going,
If we're just talking free agency, my dark horse pick that I do like is the Houston Texans signing Derek Stingley to a 3-year, $90 million freaking contract. That is utterly ridiculous for a cornerback. I didn't realize he was going to reset the cornerback market. I didn't realize he was one of the better.
I knew he was one of the
better ones, at least to get that kind of number.
I didn't
Because
expect to get that money.
I
Though.
didn't realize
Why they spend
Jalen
that-
Ramsey is still up there as like one of the top.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
he didn't fell off so doggone bad.
And fast.
You looking like you looking at Jalen Johnson's contract? That's a bargain at this point. He's getting 19.
He ain't been the same ever since that interview, really. Remember Jalen Ramsey was like,
Ask
look
him
at the
about it.
numbers. You better ask him about me.
Hey, see who was in whose head.
Who's here? Who's here?
Anytime I show up, do my thing.
Yeah, no, but that was my dark horse free agency signing. I think that was.
So ain't get nobody on the
pretty
line
big.
for him?
For CJ.
No, they got rid of people on the
They
line
got
for
rid
him.
of
Okay.
tons.
Yeah.
All right,
Texans.
all right,
Yeah, you know what?
Used to bring
As a
them
loser,
backwards.
Texans are a loser in the offseason.
yeah,
Go
as well.
backwards.
Okay.
You just saw the season CJ had in the sophomore,
And you
went
gave the
back.
cornerback
Yeah.
$90 million. Okay,
Yeah.
all
Hey,
right,
it
bet.
feels
Okay.
feels a little Bears down there. Feels a
Yeah,
little Bears
yeah,
down
that's
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
okay.
feels good to not
Yeah,
be
I
the
got
Bears.
Just wasted all those Deshaun Watson picks.
Well, I think that's what they because I think what people don't remember is how much they
Besides
hated
them away.
because you got rid of D Hop, you got rid of all these pieces. But that's nuts. Whoa,
That's crazy.
Did I say that?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. Hey, listen, pass them away.
oh, we reviewing that now.
Oh, Jesus.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
Yes.
Excessive wildness.
Sorry.
Or touching.
It's gonna be a 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down. Hey man, we appreciate y'all. Oh no, we didn't get yours, Drew. We didn't get yours. What's your hot take? What's your hot take?
Oh man, I don't really have a high take right now. The Rams are going to the Super Bowl. I'll take that one.
Oh,
The Rams to the Super Bowl.
Is that a hot take?
The Rams
That's
to
kind
the
of a
Super
hot
Bowl.
take.
The Rams are to the Super Bowl.
I don't think so.
I love the Bears. They had the area way. Rams are going to the Super Bowl.
so you got the Bears at 26.
I got one more, but I want to see if it happens. But if Russ goes to Cleveland, I'm on the train.
Cleveland.
I'm on the train.
Where do you think they going? Cleveland.
Hey.
Going
Hey,
where?
listen.
Hey, I'm
They
gonna
got
tell
Who
$40
goes to
million a
Cleveland
year.
for vacation?
Hey, they got
Hey.
$40 million a year on that defensive end. He covering everybody.
I'm
I
Turn
got
into
one better
Joakim
for you.
Noah.
Covering everybody, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Sierra allow a lot of movement, and she got a lot of movement. Sierra ain't moving to Cleveland.
Sierra moving to Cleveland.
Sierra ain't moving to Cleveland, my boy. That's why he didn't go to Cincinnati.
I got one better for you though.
What you got? What you got?
If Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh, they're gonna be a Super Bowl contender.
No.
Here's my hot take.
Yes.
Here's my hot take.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
Rodgers,
Yes.
yeah.
Rodgers, yes.
if
I
Rodgers,
really think he gonna just revive his
no,
career.
I'm gonna give you a hot. If Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers will be benched by week 6.
I believe that more than the
Bro, he even with the
Bowl.
garbage
Mason
Jets,
Rudolph?
Hey,
even, no, I'm
you
saying,
wanna know
even
why?
with the garbage Jets,
No.
he had
the
3,600
standard
yards.
is the standard.
He had 3,600 yards.
And Aaron Rodgers
26
don't meet the
touchdowns.
standard.
He had 3,600 yards, 26 touchdowns against 11 picks as a down year. That was way
His
better.
down year is a lot of people.
and that
Hey,
was still
I
way
hear
better
you.
than Pittsburgh ever had. So
You're
about
talking about the talent. I ain't say he wasn't talented, but he not gonna meet their standard.
but if he goes there, watch him be contender.
Hey, he go out there in that purple and white.
Super Bowl contenders.
Yes.
I can see that in Minnesota. I can't see that with Pittsburgh.
Because they can finally score over 20 points because they were losing 2019 to 22.
That's
I
Arthur.
agree that
Hey, that's
Pittsburgh-
Arthur Smith
Pittsburgh
problem.
has
Right.
had one of the top defenses at the start of the year.
So Aaron
got-
Rodgers
Yeah, their
can get
defense
them
fell off
27
at the end of the year, though.
Right, but if Aaron Rodgers can get them to 27 points, they winning way more games than they
I don't
lose.
think he's
Najee's
going to last because of
gone.
Arthur Smith.
Remember, Najee went to
I don't
Los
think he's gonna
Angeles.
last because of.
But they got Warren and they drafted
Tyler
one.
Warren's a little
sick of this.
fun back. He's like
Hey,
Tariq Cohen to me.
he was running.
He's a what?
He's like Tariq Cohen to me.
You say he's a fun bag?
He's a fun back.
Oh.
That's not
I don't
even
think that's better.
That's not even
I
better.
don't think that's better.
Yeah, we're gonna
He's just a fun back?
Yeah,
He's a fun back. He's like a gadget back. He's like
A
the guy
scat
you put
back.
out there.
No, that.
A gadget player.
We're gonna run.
Okay, yeah, okay. Wait.
I literally
Are you
said
challenging
like
that?
Tariq
Because, I
Cohen.
mean,
I said like Tariq Cohen.
but you said fun back at the same
you said
time. I
fun
mean, I
back,
don't understand what that. What do you
Shut
mean
it
by
up.
that?
Anyway,
How do you know
let's
his
get outta
back
here.
is fun?
I know a couple fun backs. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for
And
tuning
we
in
going
and showing
out.
love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For the pettiest man alive, Mr. P. Kid, of course, Mr. Media himself, Jordan, JC, much the fun back. And Mr. Drew Better, if you knew better, you do better. Say who better? Nobody, bro. It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bet down, one love. We will be back tomorrow. I got a late night tonight, so I can't even promise you that we're going to be back for the morning breeze. Well, you show up to one, maybe. Yeah, if you show up to one, maybe we'll be back. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bet down. One love. Peace. Don't blame me.
Ain't no monopoly happen, I guess.
No, ain't no monopoly app. Well,
Not tonight.
I mean, usually I win, and I've been winning. It's been belt to behind since you've been talking.
Little
That's
BTA.
all I'm saying. It's been belt to behind since you've been talking. Guess what? The board is right there. I peeped it when I walked in. Oh, I got my eyes on it. Don't worry about it. I'm letting y'all know.
Quick nap game.
I'm letting y'all know. Hey, listen. Buy property first row. Let's go.
I got to go live on the Bulls breeze, though.
What time?
8. Bulls play at 8.
You going live here, ain't you?
I guess I am now.